All right, so let's take a look at how our Super Eagles players performed for their clubs this past weekend. Before we get to this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you very much. And we're going to start in Germany with Iwobi and Union Berlin taking on Mainz. Match ended 3-1 in favor of Union Berlin. Iwobi's side got the win, and he also got a goal in that game. He came into the match in the 67th minute, had 15 touches of the ball, 10 out of 10 passing. Nice one right there. One tackle made out of one attempt and one shot for that one goal. Good performance for Iwobi. First goal since the AFCON. Was looking a little bit dry right after the AFCON, but thankfully he got his goal and hopefully he can go from there. Next, we're going to move to the EPL where Emmanuel and Watford took on Manchester United. Match ended 0-0. Watford now have taken 4 points from Manchester United, and Emmanuel played 90 minutes in that match, had 41 touches of the ball, took a shot which was on target. His passing wasn't that good though, 9 out of 17 passes completed for 53%. He had a game high 4 dribbles completed out of 7 attempts, and he had 1 out of 1 tackle, and that's not bad for Emmanuel and Watford. Hopefully this result can spur them on because they have a really bad relegation fight on their hands. And moving on, Everton and Iwobi taking on Manchester City. Match ended 0-1 in favor of Manchester City. The match had a controversial ending to it, but let's talk about Iwobi's performance. 88 minutes played in the match, 40 touches, 13 out of 17 passes completed for 76%. 2 key passes made in the game, 2 out of 3 dribbles completed, 3 out of 6 tackles, 1 clearance and 1 interception. Good all-around performance by Iwobi. Third straight start under the new coach, and hopefully we get to see more as the time goes on. And next up, we move to the Spanish top flight, the La Liga, where Samuel Chukwueze and Villarreal hosted Espanyol. Match ended 5-1 in favor of Villarreal, just a whitewash of Espanyol. Samuel Chukwueze came into the game in the 75th minute, had 14 touches of the ball. He took a shot which was on target, and he had 5 out of 7 passing, 2 key passes in the game. No aerials won, but he completed 3 dribbles out of the 3 he attempted. A good game for Samuel Chukwueze, but the player he replaced scored 4 goals, so he definitely has a lot of work on his hands if he wants to win that position and make it his. And moving on, this time in Italy, the Serie A, and we're going to start with Isaac Success and Udinese taking on AC Milan. Match ended 1-1. Isaac Success and his boys looking out for Victor Osimhen with that 1-1 draw. Isaac Success came into the game at the 65th minute mark, had 15 touches of the ball, 2 passes completed out of the 3 he attempted, 1 yellow card, and no shots taken. Not the biggest big-time performance by Isaac Success, but they were really fighting it out, trying to hold on to that 1-1 draw. Staying in the Serie A, Victor Osimhen and Napoli took on Lazio. Match ended 2-1 in favor of Napoli. Victor Osimhen played 90 minutes in that game, had 29 touches of the ball, 5 passes completed out of 9 attempted, 2 shots on target, 2 blocked and 1 off. 1 out of 5 aerials won and 1 interception. An overall tough match for Victor Osimhen. Actually got hit in the face twice during the game. First was a head clash which looked pretty bad, but luckily he got up off it and nothing really came out of that, and he ran into a player's elbow and was down for a second after that. Again, he came back and he had a couple of chances, to be honest. At the end, he had a good opportunity. Even the commentator said he should be finishing that. I kind of felt like he should have finished that. Nonetheless, Napoli get the 3 points from the game, and they are on top of the table right now in the Serie A, tied with AC Milan, but they lead on goal difference, and both teams will be facing off next week. Big match in the Serie A. Can't wait for that. Moving on, this time the French top flight. Brest hosted Lorient. Match ended 1-0 in favor of Lorient, and they had two Super Eagles players on display. And we'll start with Innocent Banquet, who played 54 minutes in the match. Had a yellow card, 38 touches of the ball, 21 out of 26 passes completed for 81%, 0 aerials won, although he attempted to win 2 of them. Had 2 out of 3 tackles completed and 1 interception. Did not complete the game, was taken off at the 54-minute mark. Probably the yellow card was kind of a scare for the coach. And also on that same team was Terry Murphy, who played 70 minutes in that game. 17 touches of the ball, took a shot, and it was on target. 7 passes completed out of 7 attempted. Pretty good with that. 2 key chances created, nice one right there, and 1 interception. A good, strong performance by Terry Murphy. Next up, we move to the Dutch top flight with Marokko Okoye and Sparta Rotterdam taking on PSV. Match ended 2-1 in favor of PSV. Marokko played 90 minutes, obviously, in that match. Had 27 touches of the ball, 13 out of 21 passing for 62%. And had 6 saves in the game high of 6 saves. Good performance for Marokko Okoye, probably was one of the best players on his team. Next, we're going to move to the Turkish Super League with Ahmed Musa and Fatih taking on Istanbul. Match ended 2-1 in favor of Ahmed Musa's side, and he played 65 minutes in the game. 22 touches, 2 shots on target out of the 2 he attempted, and 1 of those went into the back of the net at the 41-minute mark. 9 out of 10 passes for 90%, and 1 out of 2 aerials won. Pretty good performance by Ahmed Musa. Also in the Turkish Super League, Anthony Wakeme and Trabzonspor took on Kayserispor. Match ended 3-2 in favor of Anthony Wakeme and his club. He was the highest rated player on the pitch. Played 90 minutes in the game, had 79 touches, scored a goal and created an assist. 46 out of 53 passes completed for 87%. Took 3 shots, 2 were off target and 1 was on target, which was a goal. Created 7 key chances. He completed 6 dribbles out of 9 that he attempted. 2 out of 2 tackles, 2 clearances, and 2 interceptions. The guy was all over the place. Top performance by Anthony Wakeme. Next is the Scottish Premiership, where Rangers took on Motherwell. Match ended 2-2, and Rangers had 2 Super Eagles players on display. First is Joel Rebo, who played 90 minutes in that game, had 58 touches of the ball, took 1 shot which was off target, had 35 completed passes out of 39 attempted, 2 out of 2 dribbles, did not win any aerial, but won 2 out of the 3 tackles he attempted. Danny had 1 clearance, not the full action-packed performance, didn't have no shots just about, but a pretty good performance though from Joe Rebo. Next up, Calvin Bassey, the same team, played 90 minutes, had more touches than Joe Rebo. He had 86 touches and he completed 52 out of 58 passes for 90%, won 2 out of 3 aerials, and also won 3 out of 3 tackles, 3 clearances, and 1 interception. Another big-time performance for Calvin Bassey. At this point, he might just be a shoe-in for the Super Eagles list against Ghana. Next up, we're going to move to Belgium this time, and we're going to start with some good news. Valentin Ozonwafor is back for Charleroi. As we know, he collapsed twice on the pitch in the last match he played, and now he is back in the starting lineup for his team against Bears Hot. Match ended 3-2 in favor of Charleroi, and he had a pretty good game. 64 touches of the ball, took 1 shot which was on target, 39 passes completed out of the 44 he attempted. That's pretty good for 89%. And he had 1 aerial, 1 out of 2 attempts, 7 tackles, 1 out of the 9 attempted, and 2 clearances with 1 interception. Pretty action-packed game, pretty good game for Valentine. Good to see him back on the pitch. Hopefully he stays healthy and gets to have some more run of games, because he definitely needs that. That's why he's on loan from Galatasaray to Charleroi, to get those run of games, so he definitely doesn't need any time on the sideline. Next up, Paul Onuachu and Genk hosted Kortrijk. Match ended 2-0 in favor of Genk. Paul Onuachu had a goal and assist in the first half, was the highest rated player on the pitch for either side, played 83 minutes in the game, had 48 touches of the ball, 3 shots on target, 2 blocked and 1 off target, 18 out of 20 passes completed, made 4 key passes in the game. By the way, completed 1 dribble out of the 2 he attempted, 5 out of 6 aerial duels, 2 out of 2 tackles, and 1 clearance. An all-around game for Paul Onuachu. Real good performance. And so far since the AFCON, 7 matches, 4 goals, and 3 assists. Not exactly at the heights that saw him win the most prestigious footballing award in Belgium, but he's pretty hot right now. Moving on, this time to the Portuguese top flight. Zaidu Sanusi and Porto took on Gil Vicente. Match ended up 1-1. Zaidu Sanusi played 78 minutes in that game, had 54 touches of the ball, 39 completed passes out of the 44 he attempted, and that's for 89% pass completion rate. 1 key pass made in the game, completed 1 dribble out of the 2 he attempted, and he also had 1 interception in the game, but he had no tackles. He was dribbled past the 3 times he tried to go for a tackle. Not the best match for Zaidu, but I'm sure he's going to bounce back because he has been really good ever since the AFCON. Next up, we talk about Sadiq Umar in the Spanish second division, the La Liga 1, 2, 3, and he played 90 minutes for Almeria against Fuenlabrada. Match ended 3-1 in favor of Sadiq's side, and he was involved in all 3 of the goals. First, he made a delicious chipped cross inside the box after he had just gotten away from a defender impossibly. Next, he gets the header for the second goal, and the third goal, he gives it to his teammate, who lays it off for the goal scorer to put into the back of the net. He was connected in all 3 of the goals, has been in top form ever since coming back from the AFCON, and it just seems wherever Sadiq goes, the team goes, and everybody seems happy with that. Hopefully it continues and he keeps on this form. Odion, Ighalo, and Ighalo defeated Al Hazim by 2-0. Odion Ighalo played 86 minutes in that match, did not score a goal, and also Shehu Abdullahi and Omonia Nicosia took on Apoel Nicosia, and that match ended 4-2 in favor of Apoel. Shehu played 90 minutes in that game. This was his 4th match back since missing the AFCON through injury, and his 2nd match playing 90 minutes. So that was how the Super Eagles performed this past weekend. Let me know who you guys think had the best performance. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Really need it. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.